2024 saw the launch of one of the most anticipated city builders of all time, Manor Lords. And since then, we've been taking a look at all these other fantastic older city builders that have been around for a while too, released or not. They are certainly impactful and definitely something that Manor Lords and other games in the future need to pay attention to. Well, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first look at a very long time at a game by the name of Life is Feudal Forest Village. I can't believe they actually made a game like this. I remember playing it once on the channel. I still have it in my library, and I still think of it to this day as a game that really feels like Banished, has a little bit of Anno in it, and it is mixed with all these other games that seriously needs your attention. If you haven't heard of this game or seen it before, it certainly is a game that flew under the radar for a lot of people. In fact, I don't even think this game is 1 gigabyte. When I installed it, it was about like 800 or 300 megabytes, something like that. I couldn't believe it. But there are games that I definitely think 100% should be kind of paid attention to and noted for how impactful they are on other games, or really have unique systems that need to be present in other games like Manor Lords. We got Foundation releasing at the end of January 2025. We've got, of course, Manor Lords that released into early access back in April of 2024. We got Farthest Frontier coming out in 2025. We've got, of course, Austria that has been around for a very long time, even longer than Manor Lords. And we've got Life is Feudal Forest Village. Of course, many other games in there as well. So let me know down below in the comments section what you think are some other games that you've seen on the channel or that you know of that certainly could bring something to the table when it comes to adding more things to other games, like, for example, Manor Lords. And I use that one because that still has the hype train of all these other games that eventually kind of fizzled out because they weren't the biggest games ever, but they certainly were notable, like Banished, for example, having all that firewood and trading seeds and then having boats go up and down the river. Manor Lords could certainly learn from that. Well, anyway, without further ado, thanks again for subscribing to the channel, hitting that like button, and joining me for our first look in a very long time. Hell, it may as well be a first look. I've forgotten everything about Life is Feudal Forest Village. Now, I'm immediately seeing something that instantaneously reminds me of Banished, like how the map will kind of look and stuff like that. I don't know if that had a random generator, but that's certainly a good idea and good thing. And this is another thing that Manor Lords needs. I appreciate the handcrafted maps of Manor Lords and City Skylines, but when a game can somehow pull off a map generator just like how Foundation can, I really, really like that. So I guess the pink dot will be where our city starts, and we're able to build anywhere on there. Map is apparently random for these settings. We're going to try to... Oh, that's kind of nice. This also kind of reminds me of Pioneers of Begonia for whatever reason, seeing a village that by default seems to be on the shoreline. Let's go with something... apparently that's apparently the plains. Okay, let's go for something a little more rounded and see what other setting types there are. We can also have a harsh climate, so I'm assuming that's probably something to do with a maybe a harsh winter. Let's go with this. Village name will be Raptoria then, but I had to imagine we could probably rename that. And glory to Raptoria down below in the comments section if you watched this far. This game, by the way, is in version 1.1, and I'm imagining that perhaps it has ended its development over time. Now, we can also start with houses. We're going to leave that off and just see what's built already as we kind of take our first glimpse at this one. Now, I went to the Steam store page for this game and noticed that all the images that were featured there are different. So when we played this, it was either right before release or at release too. Oh, I could immediately see flax flowers there. Yep. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, that's reminding me of another game by the name of Bellwright. Now, I think this game, just like Manor Lords, allows us to go into first person or third person and command one of the people in the village, and then we could actually go hunting and stuff like that. I don't remember how, but I know we could do it. And I remember going deer hunting and such, which I'm sure there's some deer around here, probably bear. Who knows? What is this, clay? Oh, there we go. Oh, we got wolves. Okay, so there's dangers near the city already. That's interesting. So we will have some sort of combat and fighting, and I don't know why that tree just kind of disappeared. What the hell was that? Anyway, let's go ahead and see what we got. So we've got ourselves a warehouse to store all of our things. So as you'd imagine, yep, logs and stone, or clay and hay. We've got a couple houses here, which look really nice, actually, like little huts made of cobble and thatch. And it looks like some daub here. I don't know if we have to gather all those materials, but certainly looks nice. And a lot of other materials here, too, including fish and bread. And these are things that we start with, so we'll have to make all of that stuff on our own over time. We also have a well here. And do we know what season it is? Spring of year 1. Okay, so that's good. What looks to be maybe a mini-map there. Time controls, and then also options to build things. So we've got ourselves some buildings here, I think. Oh, village info. Okay. We have the option to opt for things to be collected, so we can tell everyone to go collect wood. So I guess we're going to ask people to go chop down some trees. We're going to need that. Clear some space for the village. And for fuel and other things that we want to build, like a farm field, more than likely. We also have the option to collect stone or hay, or to cancel those things. And then we've got the option to build huts, shacks, small houses, and hostels. Okay, that might be good for survivors and other refugees that might arrive here. Grid-based city builder, it looks like, with the ability to go fishing and hunting. I guess we'll put a fishing dock down. That'll be kind of important. It looked like there was fish splashing out of the water here. It doesn't look bad, man. I think the last time I played this was maybe 2019, and I have actually recently heard about a lot of people talking about Life is Feudal, but I don't know if they're going back and playing it because of any specific reason, or if they were just kind of like, you know, things come and go in waves. We have a school down here, a port, we have a tavern, herbalist hut, healer shop, a pyre, crypt, and well. So we'll have to bury and take care of our dead and living, of course. And also road buildings. We have paved roads and dirt roads too. So we may as well start with a dirt road through town. This might take maybe tool durability or something. But I did like this map because it looked like it got a large flat area over here. And I thought it would be a little bit more sandy. So I thought it would be immediately clear for more development. But I guess not. Build a road between these buildings here. I guess we can make double wide roads if we want. Looks like it's only taking... I don't know what those materials are. Are those tools to build those? I don't know how rare materials are, but this is good because this is a first look after an incredibly long amount of time. Looks like they're actually building that road, so I could possibly cancel it. You ever go back to a game? What is the name of a game that you hadn't played for a very long time? You liked it at the start, or maybe you kind of got busy and moved on to other games, and then you had to come back to it after a while because you were like, oh, that's right, that was so good, I didn't get a chance to play it. Look at this. All right, this is cool. We have defenses, so we can build castle towers. We can build square towers, round towers. Looks like also a gate. So that's cool. So that's on par with like Farthest Frontier, especially if we can get attacked. In Foundation, I believe the game is only allowing us to build defenses for looks and for training purposes of troops then that are sent out to other parts of the world. I'm going to go ahead and try to delete this path. Oh, what is it? Storage areas? Oh yeah, we have ourselves a warehouse, a barn, trade fair. Interesting. Oh, like a market. Neat. Oh, and that's cool. It kind of changes when you move it. So if you build multiple, it'll customize itself each time a little bit. Randomization. Love that. All right. Oh, piggy. Okay. So we got 6 people in the town. We have 2 teenagers and 2 children. So those will eventually people who will grow up, and then there'll also be immigrants here. So do we have everyone housed? I see 3, 6, 9 homes. So we actually have somebody homeless? There's a home symbol there. Oh, that guy must be homeless there, that lady. Why does she have that above her head? Is that really the reason? She does not have a home. Okay. So we should probably also build some homes. And it looks like everybody has a shack. So let's start with a Shaquille O'Neal. We also go with a hut. So, yeah, and some randomization there as we move things around. I like that. That's nice. And it does look like we can place it anywhere, but it must lock into the grid. And I don't know if there's a reason to build this green, like more space between the homes, like if they have some sort of an upgrade. Looks like the lot has to be all green and has to be all flat, so we can't build it there. So that's interesting. Okay, so at this moment, I'm really getting a feeling of this being a lot like Going Medieval meets like Foundation with a sprinkling of medieval like Dynasty in here, but also a little Manor Lords too. I don't know why. Maybe the music, that's probably what really appeals to me the most here. A lot of smoke coming out of the chimney too, so we'll need firewood. That's going to be something needed. And they're telling us that roads are built there too, so alright, cool. What do we have here? Fisherman's hut will be built soon. Okay, so at least we got another house for somebody up there. And is there a way to flatten the land? Oh, there is. So we could flatten that land over there as well. That is definitely like Farthest Frontier, and I love that. Love games that let us flatten the land a little bit. I think it works in most games, though, where they really don't allow you to do that. I think Manor Lords and Foundation are 2 games where they prefer you to not do that and just kind of deal with it. Okay, so can we take command of this lady? I think there's a way to go into first person. We can follow them. This is a child. Oh, okay, we click on their portrait, and look at that! We can walk around the village in first person. That's cool. You can see the chain gang going. Oh, yeah. Oh, and we're like a little shorter because we're like a kid. That's cool. Oh, we can help build? All right, this is what Manor Lords needs right here. That's awesome. Go into first person. You can do this in Anno 1800 as well, where you can go into first person and walk around. And of course, same with Manor Lords. But what we really need in Manor Lords, and that's terrifying to see that lady without a head, but what we need in Manor Lords is the ability to go around our different regions and cities on horseback, and also to be able to assist like this. It also looks like there's an inventory in the lower left corner, so this little lady can carry some items around. It looks like there's also some things at the bottom of the hotbar, so it looks like I hit that and we sped up a little bit. Looks like there's maybe, oh, we have an option to plant trees here, so we can go into first person and plant trees. We can ignore boys. Ew, gross, boys. And we can also, I don't know, do other things too, but that's cool. We can open our inventory and open all sorts of different things, so that's great. So then, when we build like a hunting cabin, which I would love to do to see this, we might be able to go out and possibly take care of those wolves as like kind of a range protector of our people, and then also go hunting too. That'll be fun. Good luck getting a deer, though. We'll plop this here for now. We're just going to see how things work. So that is cool, man. That is when I was able to find out that you could do that in this game, click on someone's portrait and take over, you know, in third person, somebody in their actual persona. That's what really popped out in this game for me. Every one of these games that I mentioned, from Austria Foundation, Manor Lords, they all do something amazing, but nobody's more amazing than this lady carrying this gigantic log like a refrigerator. Ma'am, get some help. Jeez. 22, what, she's got 10 logs on her? Or that'll make like 10, I guess that counts as 10. Maybe they chop it down even further or something like that. I don't know, but that's crazy. Alright. So with winter being probably the biggest threat in this game, and maybe, I think, wait, we're on the water, and I kind of remember vaguely something about pirates or something, or Vikings. Could we be raided? That might be the reason for all those castle walls and towers. And that would kind of be along the lines of not Kingdom Come Deliverance, but Kingdoms and Castles. Although Kingdom Come Deliverance definitely comes to mind too when I've been playing Manor Lords lately, and it's certainly an inspiration for that. Oh, that's cool. That looks like a retaining wall there or something. Like, oh wow, look at that moose too. That's cool. Look, the environment actually looks really good. That looks pretty decent, man. Wow, how the hell did I forget about this game? I want to do a full series on this game, and if you've already watched far enough in the video to hear, first of all, if you skip to this part, you get right back to the beginning of the video, and don't miss anything, because there's a lot of detail here, and I want everyone to know everything about this game that we've discovered and rediscovered so far, and get our first, you know, reactions to taking a look at it again. But seriously, I would really like to do a series on this one, and it bridges the gap between like Banished and Farthest Frontier for me. I like that a lot. I mean, it certainly feels like both of those games, as well as quite more often a little bit more like Anno, because there's going to be some production chains here. Or Patron, I think, is another one. Been a lot of great little city builders that especially have a lot to do with building infrastructure and then doing trading and commerce. So it's not necessarily about survival. It is at the beginning, and then very much becomes more about maintaining an economy. Now, I've also noticed that there's a lot of things around here for maybe us to gather. So we got like mushrooms. Those just seem to die off because maybe now it's end of spring. I don't know. Maybe these mushrooms grow in spring. I have no idea. This is all fantasy based on Life is Feudal, which I don't even know much about that game. Some sort of an MMO? Question mark? I don't know. You tell me what it is down below, because I have no idea. I'm just telling you what I think it is, but... Oh, this is beautiful. A big old deer, too. Imagine if you could go hunting in many of these other games yourself. Like, hunting in Manor Lords could be amazing. Really. Okay, so everybody's doing some logging now, and we have most of everybody on assigned, I think. Because I want people to build all the buildings first, and then we can get more people moved in. Oh, look at that bird coming in, too. So we'll go hunting. We're going to need to feed everybody. And I noticed here we have meat. Oh, look at that! It actually breaks things down in... Is that calories? Fruits, vegetables, honey. We've got meat pies, fish pies, fruit pies, honey, and vegetable. Other grains, and oats and stuff, too. So there might be a way to take care of animals. There's a... Oh, wow, look at that. Giant. Absolutely giant mill there. That is crazy. That reminds me of the mill size in... oh, boy, I forget the name of the game. The Viking one that we play oftentimes. They're on the shore. Land of the Vikings, I believe it is. There's been so many games. I forget them all. We have options for making... looks like orchards, too. Oh, that's cool. Love how it builds a little fence around it automatically. And probably the same for a Oh, yeah. For a grain farm, too. Maybe we could do a vegetable farm. Burgage plots would be cool. We have a coop here. Oh, we can pick the... Oh, that's great. We can pick the size of the chicken coop. I love that. Devs, let us do more of this, where we get to pick the size of a coop. Because then instead of having to build 3 of the same building, you could just build... Hopefully, this would be the type of game where you could build a small chicken coop to begin with, and then simply just add more chickens by giving them kind of more of space, you know, by expanding their area. It looks like we have a fish farm here. Oh, that's cool. That goes on the water, and then they can take care of that. I love that. Renewables like that, but in, like, a medieval setting. So that's very cool. Very cool indeed. All right, let's speed up time a little bit. Oh, are these decorations? Oh, there are. Look at that. We got statues and playgrounds. Damn, that's cool. A little sandbox. That's awesome. Kind of reminds me of Timberborn there, seeing a little communal area for everyone to hang out. That's kind of neat. And then this is a bathhouse. Ooh. Oh, okay. We can actually build off the grid a little bit. If we hold R, we can rotate in between, so it's kind of semi-grid based. I'd imagine the roads are grid based, but if you'd like to, you can kind of build a building on the edge. You're just going to have to build a road around it like that. Now, I'm hearing that the rumored Anno 11.7, which is confirmed, but the rumor is that that game will have 45-degree roads, and I don't know how that's going to look or how that's going to feel, but that'll be very interesting in a game like that, that very much like the Caesar games and Pharaoh are all about optimizing, you know, distance and transportation and maximizing, like, service areas, so that's pretty cool, too. Looks like we even have little defensive walls we can put up. So these would probably come before the stone walls that we saw, so we can get some early protection. This is a wooden gate there. I'd imagine it'd look a little different when it's completed. Stone pillars, too. Okay, so what's everybody doing? Lady doesn't have a house. I think maybe we got to order more trees to be cut down. Maybe we're out of logs. Let's slow down time then. Or not. Let's just go ahead and cut everything up. So I'm going to go ahead and tell them to gather all the wood again. Around this area. I want to leave those trees there. Let's gather some, I hope that's stone. There we go. And then there's ore. We also want grass, so we'll need thatch for some of these buildings. Okay. Great. And I'm surprised the fishing dock's not done, but if we can actually go into first person and get into a boat and row around a little bit, that'd be amazing. That's cool. Now, the only downside here is that you will eventually fill up this island, right? Like, once you've kind of built a town and maybe like a little bit of a castle, like a stronghold, there doesn't seem to be much to expand into. And Banished was like that too, but the map in Banished was much larger. You would fill that area, and it might not take much time to do, but it seems like even less time here. But perhaps as your settlement upgrades and gets larger, you'll be attacked a lot more and be a juicier target for those who want to steal from you and or, you know, kill you and your people. So that might add to the challenge quite a bit. Something we'll have yet to discover. Okay, well, we got trees knocked down here. What is this? This is our house, I believe, for somebody who is not yet having a home. So everybody was able to build the roads, but nobody seems to be doing construction on the shacks. How do we see our jobs? Is there a job board? Okay, we can bring that in and out. Show or hide messages. Oh, okay, that seems to be all about... Oh, wait. Well, now we have 6 adults, 3 children, and 1, like, baby. Or teenagers, as they mentioned. Oh, there we go. We can go times 5 or whatnot. Flatten at height. Great options for terraforming. They certainly want you to do that. That's quite cool. There's our menu there, but I want to resume the game. And, oh, that's great. We can also move this around. You know, I just thought of it. Looking at this menu additionally reminds me of Dawn of Man and how cool that game is with some of its building and keeping track of workloads and construction. And having it done in the winter is really cool. I like that. Very fun. All right, I want to make sure... And what's the problem here? No workers are assigned to the building. Okay. Oh, we get assigned people up here. Well, it doesn't look like the building's kind of complete. So which one's which here? People working at the profession. Current and maximum amount of people in the building. This looks like to be 1. So nobody would work at the shack. That's a home. So I thought we were assigning people to a construction site versus actually like a living quarters. We'll see how that goes in a moment. The lanterns look nice. At least the town is not completely black and, you know, like invisible. I remember Workers and Resources did that a long time ago where they thought, hey, let's go for full realism and make sure that there's like a black and white day-night cycle, like literally pitch black, like you couldn't see. And it was like, okay, that's cool for pictures, but not going to help you when, you know, it's a forced day-night cycle. All right. Oh, this person's grown up and ready to study. We build a school too, but we got to figure out how to get all of our workforce working. So it looks like we have 6 people in the village that are of working age, 6 adults, and 5 of them are assigned to workplaces, and 1 of them is not assigned, which means that maybe they're transporting goods around? I don't know what the goal is, but I would hope somebody would get this stuff done quickly. Oh, there we go. All right. We got somebody helping out here. And we got a hungry person without a home. I do hope when we complete a home that it becomes fully stocked with food. Something like that. I will just gotta keep an eye on things. Now, this is our first time playing in a long time, and I wanted to come in completely blind and unknowing what I'm doing, because I want everything here to be a discovery, and maybe an encouragement to try this game out on a Steam sale. I mean, this thing's got to be somewhere between $5 and $15 now, and probably $5 and $15 whenever there's like a sale, a big sale. All right, our friend here is not doing so well. She's got some health issues, doesn't have a home or food, and we're not getting anybody to build the house. And I'm not sure how. Like, is there a job board to where we can assign somebody work? We have pavement, roads, decorations, fences. Municipal buildings. Oh boy. Is that hemp? Oh yeah. An herbalist hut. Maybe, maybe not. We've got tips, mini-map, resource limit. There's got to be a professions here. There we go. Learn where everything goes. Okay, we'll add another person there. We got 3 out of 6 free. So we got 3 out of 3 on building. Okay. And I guess everybody else being unassigned means that they're out in the woods cutting down trees or breaking down rocks. So that's good. And they're working great. Oh, and there goes the house. Cool. And the hunter's shack is done too, so let's send out a hunter. And who is that? Anya. There she is. Alright, let's go hunting. So what does 5 and 6 do? Oh, she's dancing, y'all. Oh, she's dancing. Oh, we can pick berries. Oh, that's cool as hell. Oh, and there it disappears. Okay, so we got 3 out of 20 berries. So we could pick more food by playing in first person. That's so cool, dude. Oh, and then we could drop it like that. All right, we'll have to see if another villager comes over and picks that up. Let's keep an eye on it. Those look like apples growing from a bush, but... Okay, so we got villagers that might pick up that bucket. We'll see if they're responsible for putting that away. And now we're going to go hunting, too. And I'm sure there's other ways to assign whoever the hell you want to be a hunter and a builder. But in this world, it would seem like anybody who can help has got to help, no matter what you can do. Picking berries... repairing tools, running an Airbnb, you know, things of the Middle Ages that were important to them. Alright, we saw a big old moose over here somewhere. Let's go moose hunting. I remember this is the exact same thing I did. It's exactly what I did for the last time we played this. And this was years ago. This was over 5 years ago, I'm pretty sure. Or at least it feels like it. And I remember just doing a couple of videos on this and thinking, wow, this was really cool. Like almost like an advanced or modified Banished. Which I thought was cool. Alright, we got some deer ahead of us. So let's sneak up on them. And let's assume that maybe they'll run away. I'm trying to see if I can crouch. I'm hitting C and control and all that and Z. I don't see anything happening. Let's go ahead and pretend like there's some sort of realism to this. We're not going to get too close. Oh, good hit. Wow, nice, dude. Cool. There's a moose over there. I'm not going to mess with that moose. So these rocks seem to be maybe stone, maybe clay or copper. Oh, there's our deer meat. Oh, wow. Oh, we killed the deer, but he had in his inventory deer meat on him. How suspicious. All right, well, let's dance to celebrate. I guess I can't. Special ability is still reloading. Oh, she can only carry 13 at a time, so we're going to have to come back. So this is literally Oregon Trail. Like, you know, you killed a deer, and, you know, you shot 14 deer. Each of them weigh up to 23,000 pounds. You're able to carry 3. Oh, fox. Hello. Fox emote. Or is it a... What is that? Fox? Dog? Yeah, I don't know. We'll just say it's fox. Anyway, back to the village we go. Oh, and that's so cool. We could, like, stand up here and see the village. And, like, the boat dock. That's cool. Now, I also hope that the other villagers will get busy and go and grab all the stuff that we left behind. That must be a flax bush there, maybe. Now, did they pick up the fruits? They did. Okay. They might go pick up the rest of our hunt that we worked so hard for. Drop resource. You know, honestly, I'm not sure where this should go. Granary? We don't have a granary. Warehouse? We do have a warehouse. Right here. I don't see a place where we could put it, but maybe we'll just unassign ourselves from that worker and see what they do. They'll put it somewhere. Still got 0, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, better than nothing. And we might also be able to get leather strips from those creatures and make some sort of clothing or weaponry out of that. Who knows? Very cool, though. Let's speed up time again. We'll go ×5 now. And it looks like we do have enough homes for everybody. But we'll have to also see if we need firewood or other necessities that they might, or we might not know for their first year. And I'd also imagine that these houses could be... I'm hoping that there's a way to upgrade these houses, rather than just building new ones all the time. We can hold more people in there. Maybe they can start more families, whatever. Oh yeah. Plenty of stuff we've got. Plenty of stuff indeed. Okay, oh, and this must be the rest of that meat, maybe? I don't know. Let's get a lot of this ore out of the way now. We'll just click and drag and clean that out of there. I feel like we were opting in for stone to be mined, but it looks like some stones are exempt like that there. Maybe it's more decorative, I'm not sure. Oh! Teenager Kyra has starved to death. Oh boy. F down below in the comment sections, everybody. Wow. She died to death, even though we had tons of food in the camp. We had, you know, 691 fish. So that should be like a little litigation where it's like if somebody doesn't have a house, they'll just starve to death. Except, oh, maybe she didn't. All these people are starting families and stuff already. We got to up our growing. But regardless, I feel like if somebody is hungry, right, logically you'd think that a person who is hungry and about to starve to death would go to that granary and basically, you know, say, hey, if I don't get food, I'm going to die. Like, she didn't do anything wrong. It just seems like it's not like the town was punishing her. It seems like they could have did a little better job of making sure people weren't so dumb. Manor Lord still has these problems, too, with, like, the tavern of the recent update for the game with the bridges and the rivers where, you know, AI is often very important in these games in terms of being efficient in carrying things and taking, you know, being proactive in doing construction, bringing things where they got to go, and storing things, and so that's kind of a shame on that one. But we'll see. I mean, of course, this type of thing happened in Banished all the time, too. Remember surviving in Banished for the first year and being like, what the hell? And everyone's, like, starving and everyone's cold. And barely getting through that first winter. It was like Frostpunk. Every winter in Banished, for me, at the beginning, felt like Frostpunk. Like when the big storm hits. It's crazy. Crazy. Alright. We got a port there. Now, does that... Okay, this building can actually get people going. Let's go. Let's go ahead and assign somebody there. Got 3 people building. We still have 1 unassigned worker. I think we're going to keep that as well as the tree out front. That looks really nice. And we've got some fine or coarse sand and also some, like, nice sunny sand, I guess. But very flat. So what it seems to do is the game picks like a dot somewhere in the middle of the map and then creates a large circle around that dot of flat land. So if you were to build near the coastline, it's probably going to be flat because it is the shoreline, but there's also been cliffs and stuff too. In fact, we saw that earlier over on the other side with what looked to be a retaining wall. Ah, well, what are you going to do? I couldn't find it. It's too dark out. Now it's over here somewhere, right? Oh, yeah, here. Okay. So there we go. Oddly, it's like they reached the edge of the map and they couldn't make a peninsula here, so the game was just like, nah, screw it. Just cut it. Cut it here. Bad editing. Alright. Also, I like how the day-night cycle lasts 1 second. Like, nighttime is very brief, so it gives you the option to see a nighttime scenario, but, you know, doing it in a way that's very fast. I like how it's done in Anno 1800, where you can set the actual time in the game, knowing that time is still going forward, but it's nice to set it to dusk or dawn or noon and have it set there like that the whole time. I do like that. And I think it can be set per individual, too, since it is a multiplayer game. All right, we got meat coming in, 35. We got tons of fish coming in. We got clay. Oh, that's what that is. Yep. Firewood. Also got honey, too. All right, what else do we want to build? So there's a trade fair here, and that feels like it's more like economic, like a large-scale economic thing. I'd imagine like a marketplace or a town marketplace would be a little more startery. Like, we definitely want some starting stuff. Alright, we're going to go ahead and opt for all these trees to be cut down a little closer to the camp. And I'm not sure exactly what the cost of a building is, but let's take a look. Only 100. No, 650 to build this house of wood. Wow. Gonna be a long time you're playing this game before you see that. Oh, winter's gonna be coming soon too. We gotta prepare for that. So what do we need to chop firewood? Let's go ahead and see what building might assist us there. Let's see, forester, ore mines, clay. Oh, and you can see the deposits too. So you can mine off the surface, and then when that's gone, then you can start going below the earth. Building big mines. Okay, weavers. Kiln. Carpenter shop, furnace, and the blast furnace too. Can this... This seems to have to connect to a body of water. But it doesn't go on the shoreline. I'm not sure what to make of that. That's a very cool, large-scale industrial building, though. Make a lot of money off that. We got our tavern / brewery. That's a beautiful building. This looks really well put together, too. Subtle changes when you move a building around. It looks a little finicky and glitchy, but it's definitely doing what I would want, which is customization, or really automatic customization with the option for custom. Sometimes you don't have ideas on what you want to design or decorate with, and that's a good way to do it. Is just force the game to randomize for you. Bridge stairs, okay, so we can make bridges higher than they need to be. Probably for river traffic. Also, to imagine, and I didn't see an option there, but, you know, to be able to build in a river, like in Banished, whenever we play that, it's usually a city laid out on a river that exists with, like, a large lake. And it's the same for Ostriv, although Ostriv doesn't have procedural generations yet. I really like what Ostriv and, like, Farthest Frontier and Foundation have all done for their maps. A little different. And very welcome. All right, 1 out of 6 people here. We need more homes to grow. Let's get some shacks down, y'all. Alright, we'll put it over here. I wonder if that'll delete. Can I build in this area? Oh, I was off by 1. There. We can delete these later, although it probably will be easier to upgrade. So we have to clothe our people too. We have to feed our people. We have to defend our people. We have to build great works, and can be attacked at any time. Although I don't remember what may have happened from the enemy doing that, if I've ever encountered them. But maybe we'll see a Viking raid. That'd be cool. Or maybe we'll see it in the next episode. Are you subscribed? Are you excited? Yeah, me too. What do we got here? Oh, also the orchard. That's got to be cheap, right? And easy. And that music is super nice. Let's see. So this could be an orchard here. Arguably, I want to put things a little further away and a little more inland. So like up here. Yeah, that's nice. Let's go with that. Okay, cool. We'll just see how it looks. So it looks like 3 trees maybe need to be uprooted. Is that of course it is. Of course it is. And who is this shady figure? Oh. The bear attack begins. Oh yes. No game can be complete without a bear attack on me. Alright, we gotta go find it. Who the hell's our hunter? Anya, now 29. Girl, you're grown enough to know damn well. Let's go. Welcome to the new Witcher, everybody. Witcher 4 early preview first look is here. This is the super mega ultra beta version. Beta plus. All you gotta do is pay $68,000 for, you know, day negative 20,000 access. Right now we're playing the beta. I have no idea if I'm gonna kill this bear or not, but let's shoot. Oh, damn, 1 shot. We must rid our island of the bear. Wow, 2 kills, 1 at nighttime like that. And of course, how much meat? Four out of 11. Alright, let's send her back. The Bear Slayer. Get it, girl, slay. Look, you know, it's fun to slay dragons and stuff, but bears, that's the real killer. I mean, you know. One of those things where it's like they're more afraid of you than you are of them, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. Bears trying to sneak open your car door, setting demo charges and sabotaging the Shagahad in Metal Gear Solid 3. Bears. Ooh, lightning and a fire! Okay, let's see if that well is going to be put to use to put out the fire. And that's cool. Everybody's got like some fire prevention backpacks. So they're all actually carrying around these little like baskets with water. Oh, it looked like it was filled with like small bowls of water. Weird. Maybe that's an animation or like an image from a different tier that uses that same animation for fire. Selling ceramic bowl or something? I don't know. Okay, I can imagine, though, that we would take up a very large amount of space very quickly in this game. I could imagine within just a couple of hours, really, you could have all of this cut down and a very dense city built. And I think to make it a citadel, you're absolutely going to want to build on the high grounds, like here for us would be great. And there's a way to build that, the castle. And what we really want here is like a deterrent, where if the enemy comes in quickly and attacks us, that we quickly get rid of them, and there's minimal damage to us, our people, our money, that kind of thing. So that's good to think about. Now, everybody must be eating at home, right? Like, what do they have in their HQ for, or their house for food? It looks like we got 1 bread and 1 fish. And you can see stats on them. We can also order them to upgrade. Or is that demolish? Okay, so the only way I think I knew was by clicking on this up arrow. Actually, I don't know. That one didn't have it that time. I'm not sure. But people might not be able to live in these homes when they're being upgraded, so you should maybe build a couple of extra homes before doing that, so people have a place to live, especially if your city's kind of small. Like ours is, nothing wrong with that. Now, another thing to consider is that we've got 6 houses, and we've got, not 6 houses, but 6 people who are of working age. 2 of them are teenager, and 2 of them are like infants or children. So the real question is, does the game do time compression for aging or not? And I assume it's no, because we've already had somebody who was a child or in the mid-tier grow up to be an adult and then get married. So then they'll go into all these other homes, which is totally fine. And now they've got question marks because they clearly have to upgrade their grocery getting. They have to remember they got to go out and fend for themselves. Interesting. Let's see. Food reserves are low. Building on fire. Oh, that may have been because that... Well, food reserves for this building because it was on fire. Like, it's all gone. It all burnt up. Alright, that's the only home that was on fire. Not bad. How does the water look? That might help us with the thatch. And we need population up. So I assume that's tied to happiness. The happier the town is, people will hear about it by a third person or by, of course... Adam, no, maybe, well, I don't know. And we need a special announcer here. Adam from Adam and Eve. Macho Man Randy Savage. I don't know. Anyway, what else do we need? We got tons of fish. We got tons of meat. Is there anything we could do to prepare that fish? There's a gatherer's hut too. We'll put that in the middle of the town. Now, another thing with games like this is that buildings oftentimes really do look very similar. Like, the differences between a house, a small warehouse, a storage area, a gathering area, a doctor. These could all just be small houses, right? Not every one of these things that we build needs the large space like that large smelting furnace needed. Just a thought. Alright, so food reserves are low. But I don't know if there's much I could do about that unless... Let's see, I don't know if we got storage options here. Okay, there's our storage options. Okay. So right now we've got a warehouse, a barn, a trade fair, a caravan stables. Now, caravan stables, where the hell are we going to be caravanning when we got like a trade port maybe? Maybe we should build that. Trade port could be a good option early, especially since... Do we have cash? I don't know where we get money. I have no idea. I don't know what that is in the upper left corner. Oh, that must be the temperature and the weather. So we got 23 degrees Celsius with a little bit of rain. It's not too overly warm. It's just right for most people. All right, where's this trade port? And I'm surprised that's not under like the trade depot option too. So there's our port, but that might not be what we want. Bum, bum, bum. What if we could send somebody out to fish? Jayla's working there now. This is exactly what Manor Lords allows us to do. Click on a building and then see who's working on that building by clicking people or advanced to maybe send them to another job or to like do that and then unassign a family or something like that. get it down to 1. So that's cool. All right, we've got more homes being brought in. And it looks like we're going to need hay soon. That could be from wheat farming. So we might have to figure that out too. This has some really cool, crazy potential to be something awesome with the whole ability to build defenses. And this is starting out as slow as I'd imagine. I want my first 2-3 years in a game like this to be grueling and very much on like, am I going to die? Farthest Frontier Manor Lords in this game are like that, where they kind of make you hold your breath a little bit and try to optimize as best you can on, well, preparing mostly for the not just the survival in the winter, but the growth that comes in the spring. People wanting to have babies growing up and becoming teenagers and adults. That, you know, often happens in the summer too, where people will, well, because of their spring birth, will end the school year. And the school year could literally just be a year in this game. No need to guess. It probably is. You know what I mean? What else we got here? Number of hungry villagers, number of idols, 0. That's good. Number of workplaces, 12. Number of residential places, 12. Residential places. So does that mean some people don't live here? Weird. I like this game. It's got potential. I mean, you know, it's been years, but there's got to be some good hardcore mods for this one. If you know any, let me know down below. And I hope we get Viking rated. But, of course, after the basics of setting up a few homes, we would then go into farming. And then after that's done, probably into get the population up to get heavy stone mining and heavy iron mining done. Smelt all that stuff, turn it into weapons, and then start battling it out against whoever tries to attack us. And or trade, especially if we've got lots and lots of weapons that could probably be sold at a high price. I want to plop down one more thing then. I want to find where that is again. Let's see. Now there was like a trade port or something. I forgot. Ah, there it is, the port, yes. Okay, I want to put that down. And then there was the trade caravan, where it's like, okay, is that if we're landlocked? But it didn't look like any maps allowed us to build where it was landlocked. Oh, that's interesting. We could build out like that. Okay. Cool little blueprint for that building, too, as you see here. Oh, that looks great. Look at that building. I thought they would be a little bit more janky than this, and this is what I would expect from like a Kingdom Come Deliverance slash maybe like Witcher type set dressing. You know, maybe not a building you can go in, and most you can, but that looked cool. And now it's another beautiful day. And Life is Feudal, Forest Village. Cool. Now again, remember, everything we saw here today is basically speculation, me guessing and trying to remember what impacted me most about Forest Village Life is Feudal Forest Village. And I think that hunting part and the ability to take command of anybody and play as their job is really cool. So imagine if you're being sieged and you're able to take command of the troops and, you know, fire crossbows down at Viking raiders or something like that, or somebody being part of building a wall or a manor, which is amazing. The game does have a tutorial, and I think we'll definitely cover that as well in the future on this game, and I really just wanted to kind of get those basic features out of the way and really just be impressed and just thrown into the deep end and be like, damn, this is cool. There's a lot of good stuff here, a lot of complexity, a lot of confusion, but it all can be worked out, and that's why we'll do the tutorial in the future and build our very own first village in the future. I just wanted to compare this real quick and just be blown away. Well, thank you again for subscribing. Thank you very much for becoming members and hanging out. Thanks for leaving a like. Hope to see you over on Twitch and over on our other YouTube channels too. Oh yeah, there's like a shorts channel as well. Links are all down below. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Take care, and let me know your thoughts on Life is Feudal Forest Village, Farthest Frontier, Manor Lords, and more. What is your personal favorite, and what 2 games need to come together to make the perfect game when it comes to a city builder, especially those that are medieval? I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.